Yesterday, Texas Tech beat Oklahoma State. Um, in the final seconds, Marcus Smart fouled a Texas Tech player, ended up falling behind the Texas Tech hoop, and everything seemed normal until he got up and got in some old fat guy's face and pushed him. So now it's a huge story, obviously, that everyone probably already knows. Uh, Marcus Smart got suspended for 3 games. He apologized to the fan, whose name was Jeff Orr. Jeff Orr also apologized to Texas Tech, Marcus Smart. He said he called Marcus Smart a piece of shit. Or a piece of crap, sorry. Not a piece of shit. But I find he also stressed that he didn't say any racial slurs. There's been word on the internet which some you can't totally trust. I don't think there's any solid sources yet, but that Jeff Orr called Marcus Smart the N word. Um, I think if he did call him the N word or said some kind of racial slur, Jeff Orr deserved more than a push, And Marcus Smart showed quite a bit of restraint by not punching him in the face and totally ruining his future NBA career, which he's probably going to be a lottery pick. Hopefully his NBA draft stock won't drop, which I don't think it will because Marcus Smart handled it correctly. He apologized and said it was totally his fault, even though I think he sucked it up a little bit and probably did what Oklahoma State wanted him to do, and which in the long run is probably the smart thing for his bank account and for his family and everything like that. Marcus Smart is one of the best guards in the country, the top sophomore in the country overall, and he'll definitely be a lottery pick if you ask me right now, and make millions of dollars. And this eventually will get forgotten about. And Jeff Orr, who knows who Jeff Orr is? Everybody does now. But he'll forever be remembered for the guy who probably called Marcus Smart the N word. So I hope you're happy, Jeff Orr. And I doubt you would have said what you said to him if it was you and him alone and there wasn't fans and security that you knew would help you out. I hope somebody gets a lip reader on the tape and maybe could see what exactly was said. But sources say on the internet, like I said, that it was the N word that was said. What was that? A little ESPN update. So, and I'm not an Oklahoma State fan. I'm not a Texas Tech fan. I'm a UConn Huskies fan, and so we actually just beat Central Florida, which is not that great of a feat because Central Florida kind of sucks at men's basketball. But anyway, I find it hard to believe that Marcus Smart would have pushed this guy, Jeff Orr, had he not said something more serious than calling him a piece of crap. I'm sure Marcus Smart, who's played quite a bit of college basketball, has been called a lot worse than a piece of crap and wouldn't have reacted like that to being called a piece of crap. I think Marcus Smart sucked it up and didn't want to make it into a huge controversy that he'll always be remembered for. Apologized to Jeff Orr, to the Texas Tech fans, to all his little, all the people who look up to him. Jeff Orr's apology, I don't take it as an apology. I take it as him defending himself so that everyone's not killing him on Twitter and Facebook and whatnot for the bigot that he is. That he probably is. I can't say that he is, but he said more than Marcus Smart, you're a piece of crap. He said more than that. And I also think the two ladies who are beside this Jeff Orr guy look like idiots too, clapping in Marcus Smart's face, and like give me a break. You look like idiots. I'm all about being a fan and all that. That's all good. It's all fun, but calm down. Act like adults. This guy's a kid. This Marcus Smart. He's a 19-year-old kid. They had just lost the 3 previous games, and now this makes 4 in a row. So he was probably already frustrated anyway. But there's no excuse for the N-word to be called. Racial slurs, you should be ashamed of yourself. Ashamed of yourself this guy Jeff Orr says he's not gonna go to any more games, any more Texas Tech games this year. Uh, and I think that was like he was trying for no action to be taken against him by the university to ban him from games. So he's just saying, "Oh yeah, I'm not going to go to any games," but he should be banned for the rest of the year at the very least, if not a couple years. Especially if proof comes out that he did say racial slurs or the N word or anything like that. But those are just my thoughts on the subject. Marcus Smart is going to go on to a great NBA career, hopefully, and this will just be a footnote. And kudos to him for coming out and taking the blame and being the bigger man. I hope that it wasn't the N word that was said or a racial slur, and hopefully it was just frustration on Marcus Smart's part of being on a losing streak and all that. He did score 22 yesterday, but hopefully he goes on to a long NBA career. And this is just a footnote. And Jeff Orr will forever be known for this. Whoever the heck this idiot, 50-year-old guy yelling at this that's a young kid. And those are just my thoughts. I'm sure everyone has their own point of view, and you're more than you could have your own point of view. That's fine, but that's just mine on it, and that's it.